So, lads, it's 2:57 in the morning, which means it is snuggy time. Snuggy time, lads, snuggy time. It is. I'm tired. Watching a little bit of NBA. I'm watching a little bit of Game 4. I got two screens in front of me. Got Game 4 on one screen as soon as I'm done recording this, and I got Page Dallas game on the other screen. So, a long night of basketball. If you guys could subscribe, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Um, you guys could subscribe, that'd be great. We are trying to hit 40k as soon as possible. If we could somehow get to like 49.2k by the time Caitlin Clark plays tomorrow, that would be absolutely insane. But we've got to be honest right here. We've got to be honest. And this was a rough game from the Chicago Sky. And I understand a lot of like people be like, you know what? They were in the game at halftime. They were in the game at halftime. They were up one, like, and Atlanta got nuclear hot, but like that's the most favorable way you can look at it. Atlanta were 2 of 18 from 3 at one stage. Like, I mean this when I say this. They were 2 of 18. They were 2 of 18 and they couldn't miss. They couldn't miss. Like the Sky were on fire. Like Angel Reese was shooting a career high 50% from the field. Cardoso was hitting everything. But like the problem with this team is that you can't have these two players on the floor at the same time. It's a fact. Like just get rid of both of them. Like, or say not get rid of both of them. Jesus, pick one or the other. Pick one or the other because it actively makes players worse. Like, by the way, Kia Nurse is not very good. Kia Nurse in general is just not very good. Like, I don't know why she plays 26 minutes. I genuinely don't know why she plays so much. But, like, it is mental how much better both Cardoso and Reese are when Elizabeth Williams is the 4. And I understand Elizabeth Williams doesn't shoot the 3 ball, but Elizabeth Williams shoots the mid. Her court positioning is good. She doesn't pack the paint. She drifts very well. She moves very well. She cuts very well. And in fairness, Angel seals very well. Cardoso doesn't. But, like, Angel is legitimately a good sealer. But, like, she had 3 turnovers, was very lucky it wasn't more. Albeit, she had one really nice dump down past Cardoso. And it's funny when people are like, oh, you know, the two of them work well together. But it's like, the Chicago Sky, I'm going to talk more about this in another video, but the Sky cannot have barely won a game in 2 years, the two of them. Like, if I'm not mistaken, when Cardoso came back from injury last year, the Sky were 3-3. The Sky were 500. I know it was through 6 games. And then what did they get to? Was it 11 wins by All-Star break? So like they were struggling to win games with both of them. And let's be honest, last year it was very little Cardoso and a lot more Angel Reese. And I think Cardoso's got more potential. But Cardoso will never live up to that potential playing beside a player that clogs the paint. Like, you put Cardoso with a stretch 4, I think she's an all-star. Angel Reese, you put her, honestly, beside Elizabeth Williams and she might be a freaking all-star. Like, the guards on this team, yes, Kia Nurse sucks. But Ariel Atkins does not suck. Ariel Atkins is someone who is good at going head down attacking the basket. She cannot get a good look. She simply put cannot get good looks at the basket because every time she drives in, there's about 5 defenders. Beck Allen just had a bad shooting game. She has some good games, some bad shooting games. But E-Will is easily... Like, I'm not saying E-Will is as good as either of these two players, but they both play better with E-Will beside them. That is, from watching them play, that is a thing. They both play better at the 5 with E-Will at the 4. Because E-Will's at least a vet, smart, really, really solid bench player. But for the Atlanta Dream, Ryan Howard started off ultra cold. She started off 0 of 6 from 3 and then went 9 of 13. And you see, that is what happens when you're on an all-time heater. That is what you're meant to do when you're on an all-time heater, by the way. You're not meant to limit yourself to shooting very few shots. You're not meant to say, oh, I shouldn't have taken that many shots. Apparently, according to AZ Fudd's parents, Paige was like, oh, I shouldn't have taken that many shots, basically, when she had 40 in the NCAA tournament. They don't win that game, by the way, if Paige does not have 40. They were down against Oklahoma. It was not looking good. In Oklahoma next year have added Aaliyah Chavez, Emma Tolan from Ireland. It could be a tough one. Again, I had no idea where Emma was going to be going to college of all Irish prospects. Grace Prenter, who had a choice, whose last three was between Duke, Texas, and freaking Notre Dame. But yeah, it's a real interesting one to see what is going on with this Sky team, because they're just not great. However, the Dream, Griner was non-existent. She was absolutely non-existent. And I still think, like, Brittany Griner, I think, Cardoso did a really good job on Griner. Griner got very little on her. Griner made one incredible, like, up and under move. But at the same time, like, I thought Cardoso kept her quiet. I thought Bree Jones was very good in the game. I thought she did her thing. Ryan Howard won them that game. And it was a like, uncharacteristically bad game from everybody else from three. Jordan Canada, I thought, had her first good game. Pau Pau's almost going out of the rotation, but at the end of the day, it's the Atlanta Dream are a good team. They are an actual basketball team, you know. And it's fun seeing a actual basketball team succeed. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what ends up happening long term with this Dream team, but they might end up being, when it's all said and done, the third best team in the WNBA, because all you realistically need is one of their two guards and one of the two bigs. All it needs is two of them to just go off. It means they're both, like, all it needs is that, and they can beat anyone. They can legitimately beat anyone. So I really do like the Atlanta Dream. It is crazy that Walker Kimbrough has basically is playing her way almost out of the rotation. Like, but this is a team that legitimately is way deeper than I thought. The combination is working. The combination of the double bigs is working. Bree Jones is like her. Again, like, I watched little bits of Bree Jones before. I'm not going to say I watched that much of the Connecticut Sun in 2022 before Bree Jones got injured. I'm not going to say I did a lot of that. But Bree Jones was so slow last year, albeit she was an all-star. She is moving the fastest I've seen her. And like, I watched quite a bit of Bree Jones she was in Prague this year. I was watching quite a bit of her in Prague. And she's looking way, way better. She's looking way faster. And I got to say, it really is a good team there. But the Chicago Sky is horribly constructed. The problem is you cannot construct a good team. The Chicago Sky will always be a horribly constructed team as long as these two are being forced to play together. Sometimes it's not a problem with the players. And that's one thing I'll say is, like, it's not a knock on either of the players individually. Sometimes players don't work together. Like, as much as they want to, like, these Chicago Sky fans, a lot of these fans that don't watch basketball wanted it to go back to 1990. It's 2025. You hired a modern basketball coach in Tyler Marsh, who wants to play a modern up and down style basketball, who likes spacing, who wants to play, and he's being hamstrung because he can't play that style with the roster he's been given. So I don't know if Tyler Marsh is a good coach or not. I really don't. He could be a terrible coach. He could be as bad as the record suggests, but right now the Chicago Sky are literally better than one team in the WNBA, and it's the Dallas Wings. They are the second worst team in the WNBA, and they are only ahead of the embarrassment that is the Dallas Wings, who are going to get even worse when Geisel Soder leaves in a few days, because she is realistically their second best player right now. But anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. Obviously, Sky fans are going to get annoyed. And by the way, I thought Angel was fine. I thought she was fine today. She had her single-double. I thought she was fine today. I didn't think she had a bad game at all. I thought Cardoso was good. I thought Cardoso got the better of Brittany Griner. And I don't think either of them played badly. But it's just not, it doesn't work. There's been a sample size of what? We're at 40 games. We are at the guts of a 40-game sample size. And in fact, the fact is that the Sky are significantly better. Like, Ariel Atkins is really good. Anya Were struggles. I don't know what's happened to Anya this year. E-Will's really good. Kia Nurse, I don't know what, Kia Nurse, this almost reminds me of the freaking Christy Wallace situation where you're like, why the hell does she play so much? Like, I have absolutely no idea why Kia Nurse is playing this much. Like, for all Chicago Sky fans, like, I don't know. Every coach has their player that just play too much, and no one knows why. Kia Nurse is that for Tyler Marsh. But other than that, other than Kia Nurse just being poor for their position, the Sky should be a good team. The problem with the Sky is, again, even when Sloot was there, they were bad. So it's not even a lack of point guard play. But it's just a badly constructed team. It starts and ends with having two players clogging the lane at all times. Basically meaning the only time where you have to play inside out. And they're not a great inside out team.